Alright, so welcome to Grocery app tutorial number 4. So today we're going to look at the continuation from our previous tutorial. So in the previous tutorial, we look into cart screen, which is available from this floating action button. So when user click on this floating action button, you get list of your cart. So list cart here, in the previous tutorial, we don't have the capability to add cart or to increase the quantity of the cart. Alright, so this time we're going to see the implementation, more implementation for my cart, where user can update their quantity, and also they can also remove, for example, one of the item from their cart. So if the current quantity is 1, so they can just minus, and then it will basically display this dialog window, and user can just click select and the item will be removed from their cart. And also we can see the total price is down here. So if the price for this gardenia chocolate here is 90 cents, so you have 3, so 3 times 90 cents, you get 2 ringgit 70 cents. And then we do have another card down here in this list, which allow us to calculate the total weight of the item in user cart. And also we provide the delivery options. Either they want to do self pickup or they want to do home delivery, which later I'm going to describe the implementation, how we can get this the user delivery address automatically by using a special library called geocoder and also geolocation. And also we're going to use Google Map. If user would like to send to a different location, they can just send and set the location manually. And also in the cart screen, it also shows the total price, delivery charge. So if user select self pickup, so they don't have delivery charge. If user select home delivery, and then you get the delivery charge automatically calculated here. Down here we do have one store credit, so user can select either to use their store credit or not, and the total amount of charge which user need to pay based on the information in the payment section. But the make payment button is not yet functional. Alright, so we're going to look at this the cart deductions, item deductions, or either you want to add or delete. Okay, so first we're going to look at how to implement this the cart quantity operation. User can add or delete from their cart. Alright, so we start with our cart screen class here. So whenever user select their cart either from here or also from here, you get to load cart. Okay, so ignore first for this get location method. Load cart here will load the content of the user cart using load cart method, and the PHP that handle load cart is loadcart.php. So you can refer to the loadcart.php, the server, which is under grocery. Alright, so load cart is here. So load cart implement inner join SQL statement, which allow user to select product ID, product name, price, quantity, product week, and also see quantity from cart table. From product, we inner join with cart, where cart ID is equal cart email, because we want to make sure that the cart table, the product ID is equal product ID. We want to load only based on the product ID, and also we want to load based on user email, because user email is a unique identification for this join table. And then return back to user ID, name, price, quantity, see quantity from cart, and also week and price, which we calculated straight away from here and return back in your price. Okay, so this is basically how PHP handle double value. So we need to be able to convert double value from row price and row C quantity and round this to 2 decimal point. And then we pass back to cart list and encode it into response array. Alright, so once we have that, all the data can be requested by this HTTP post and then return back in the res.body, extract the data from using JSON encoder, and then put it into cart data list, which is we define up there. So down here, since I need to get two information, which is week and total price, for whenever user load this screen. So we calculate total price and week based on the information that we get from our cart data.lang, from our cart data. So we get week, convert to double. We get the quantity, convert to integer. And then to get total price, we get double.parse cart data your price time plus with total price. And then this will calculate total price for user cart. And then when we receive week is divided by 1000. This means that we want to convert to kilogram. We don't want to get gram because it is quite hard for user to understand. So we get kilogram. Amount payable here is based on the total price because we didn't yet use any delivery option. So we get the current total price is equal to amount payable. Alright, so once we get that load cart, so what you have is this interface. Alright, so you get the delivery options here, the total weight 4.5 kilogram, and then also updated in this list, total price 46 ringgit 80 cent. So you can see the return value here, 4.5 in the kilogram, 46.8 is the total price. So that is for load cart, which allow you to display this layout. Okay, now coming back to this operation. So this operation implemented by this icon button. Alright, so we're going to look at that icon button, which is under here, which is implemented by this row. Row, which is this button here, remove and add. Right, so implemented by this row here. So this row, basically this is a row. This is one row, and then we have this plus icon and C quantity. This is the current quantity of user, the total the quantity of that particular product, and this is another icon, the minus icon. So we put the gray. And we have methods, update cart method that perform the add and remove item from cart. So update cart here, whenever user click on either plus or remove, so we go to update. So this method update cart will require two parameter, index and the operation. So the index is basically where we can easily get the information from our cart data list. So get the current quantity and get the quantity. So the current quantity and the total quantity of the product, okay? Because that information also needed to calculate. Alright, so if the operation add, and we need to see if the quantity and the current quantity. Okay, the current quantity is based on this. This is the current quantity available, and this is the quantity that is listed here. So if it is less, means that the current quantity in the total amount of the product, the availability of the product. For example, the availability of product here, let's say if only available like 100, so it cannot exceed more than 100. Okay, we don't want that to happen. We don't want user to buy anything that is not available in the inventory. So you want to make sure that happen. So we use quantity and current quantity. So I purposely -2 just to play safe. So you can do this. You can increase. You want to make sure that if someone else at the same time also purchase the product, so you want to have this buffer, so we can increase this buffer. Okay, if that happen, if quantity is more than current quantity that is available in the store, those quantity is not available. If the operation equal remove, quantity minus, and then we can delete cart. This happen when, for example, let me try this. When your current quantity is 1, if your quantity in your cart is 1, so if you press again, this happen, delete item. Okay, so it goes to the delete cart. Other than that, it basically perform the operation. Okay, so you want to increase the number, we can just increase that. So it will basically implement this operation. Okay, so URL, forgot to change this. URL update cart, just change it there. So update cart, we pass these 3 variable, okay, quantity, product ID, and email, to update cart.php. So let's see our update cart.php. Update cart.php is here. So you can see this is update cart. Update cart set C quantity equal quantity, email equal email, and product ID equal product ID. So the table that we are updating is cart. So we look at cart table. So cart table is here. Inside cart table contain these 3 information: email, product ID, and quantity. Alright. So once we have that, we just perform the standard update operation, where we update based on the email and product ID. Okay, because product ID, if you want to increase based on the product ID, so you can increase equal product ID and also email. So you can increase the value here, which is the cart quantity, the user cart quantity. All right. So moving on. So once user successfully perform operation, if the update cart return success, we just those cart updated, and we refresh our cart data. Okay, so our cart list. So we updated using load cart. So we recall again, so that the interface will be redrawn. So that's why you get you can see this is updated. Okay, cart updated, which is load cart. So whenever changes introduced, we need to update. We need to make sure that we load our cart again and again. Okay, at minus. All right. So that is for the cart operation. So if you remove, we call delete cart method. So inside delete cart, you have show dialog. So the show dialog here, basically, again, let me show this. If the quantity is 1, if you go into one more, so this is the dialog. This is the dialog, alert dialog that shows delete item, yes or no. Okay, so when delete item handled by delete cart.php, and then we pass user email as our unique ID, and then it return success or not. So we delete based on the product ID. We look at the delete cart, delete cart.php. So this is delete cart.php, just a simple operation. Delete from cart where email equal email and product ID equal product ID. Success or fail. That's it. Very, very simple operation. Okay, so if return success, return fail, show fail. Those. If you press cancel, of course nothing happened. Alright, so that covers in terms of the add and remove item to cart. Okay, so next we're going to continue with our delivery option. Alright, so for the delivery option here, we have two options, either to do self pickup or to do home delivery. So if user select on self pickup, it will automatically remove the delivery charge. If user select on the home delivery, it will automatically calculate the delivery charge and then update the total amount of charge. Alright, so how is that, how to implement this operation? So we're going to look at this section here, this yellow. I purposely label as yellow. This is just to make sure to make it easier for us to see. So under that, we need to go to our self pickup. Alright, so this is our self pickup. This is the container that handle the self pickup operation here. Okay, so this is the container. Index equal cart data.length means that we put this at the second length of the list. You can see there's a 2 additional lists from here. So 1, 2, 3. So that's why in the list view builder, the item count, I added 2 after the cart data.length. This is for the purpose of having these 2 additional cart or lists. Okay. So if cart data.length means that it referring to this delivery option. If cart data.length plus 1, that is basically referring to this cart. Alright, so we look at this section first. So self pickup and home delivery. Self pickup, okay, so the delivery option here handled by this cart and column, because the interface here is based on something like it is in column. This is column, and then we have row. Okay, so you can see delivery option, that is delivery option, and then down here week, this is week, and then the expanded, so the row here implemented by using expanded. So this is row expanded widget, and then the container for the row implemented by this one container for this section only, divide by 2, divide by 3 for the screen height. Maybe I can reduce the height of the screen. Self pickup. So if you are doing self pickup, handled by this. So if user click on this self pickup, this method here basically handle self pickup. Okay, so if user click or unclick, it will go to on self pickup method. So this is on self pickup method. So on self pickup method here, updated the value by using set state method. So if self pickup is true, home delivery equal false, and we perform update payment. Other than that, update payment, just update payment. Okay, so update payment here, we don't call any page, we don't call any HTTP, PHP. So what we did here, we just based on our current card data list. So we updated based on that information. So we calculate the new weight and total. So if self pickup, we remove the delivery charge. Other than that, if not self pickup, so the delivery charge, if it is more than 100 ringgit. So this is our option. So we hard coded the options here. So if more than 100 ringgit, we fix the delivery charge to max 5 ringgit. If less than 100 ringgit, so we perform the delivery charge based on the weight, delivery charge times weight times 0.5 for every kilogram, 50 cents for every kilogram. The maximum is only 5 ringgit, so just to be fair. So if you have like 100 ringgit, so your delivery charge will be always 5 ringgit max. Alright, so once we get update payment, okay, so if user click or unclick, it will auto updated the value here. You can see the value changes. Hit remove. It means that it goes to the home delivery. But maybe I need to enable home delivery automatically. Okay, so home delivery on. Click this. If you unclick this, so we didn't update the value for the home delivery. Alright, never mind on that. Just to show you that when users click on this, the delivery charge remove. If user unclick on this, the delivery charge automatically calculated 2 ringgit 20 cents based on the weight. Alright, so that is for the payment. So if you look into the home delivery, so this is home delivery. So on home delivery method here, the same. So if home delivery, update payment, and then based on the information. But before that, we implemented this get location. But for this get location, I'm going to do a separate video on that because that will take more times to do. But for the my card now, it should be able to perform based on the basic my card operation. Alright, so I believe that conclude my card operation. So user can still add here, and then you can see the number of product available in the cart. So when user add more, it will automatically update the kilogram and then also together with the total price. So for example, if I updated the drumstick here, this is 1 kilogram. So the total price will be updated to 62.70 cents. The total weight is 6.1 kilogram. So if you remove 5.1 kilogram, remove from the delivery option. So that basically conclude our my cart operation. So you can download, you can use the current GitHub repository for grocery app. So you can use that as a reference, and also the PHP also available in the grocery folder. You can use that also as your guideline to implement your own API. All right, so until next time, we're going to look for the location and for the Google Map operation like this. Close. Thank you. See you next class tutorial.